Spawn is one of the most compelling and revolutionary characters in comic book history. Created by Todd McFarlane in 1992, Spawn launched not only a groundbreaking character but also redefined the comic book industry as a whole. Despite being a commercial and creative success, Spawn remains underappreciated in mainstream comic discourse, overshadowed by the titans of Marvel and DC. However, his impact, layered storytelling, unique design, and McFarlane's creative boldness have ensured that Spawn remains one of the most fascinating characters ever created. Here's an exhaustive look at why Spawn is a masterpiece in storytelling, design, and cultural significance. 1. The tragic origin of Simmons. Spawn's story begins with Simmons, a highly decorated U.S. Marine and CIA operative. As an elite assassin, Simmons became a tool of a corrupt government, committing acts of violence in service of powerful individuals. His loyalty was ultimately repaid with betrayal when his superior, Jason Wynn, orchestrated his murder. Simmons is sent to hell for his sins, setting in motion a tale of vengeance, redemption, and rebellion. What makes Spawn's origin so powerful is its emotional core. Love and betrayal. Ael's deal with Malbolgia, the demon lord of hell, is driven by his undying love for his wife, Wanda Blake. His yearning for Wanda makes his fate all the more tragic when he discovers that she has moved on, remarried to his best friend Terry Fitzgerald, and now has a child, something Simmons could never give her. Existential struggles. Spawn is resurrected as a Hellspawn, a demonic warrior bound to serve Hell's agenda. However, he retains his human soul, making him an anomaly in the balance of heaven and hell. His story becomes a struggle to reclaim his humanity while resisting the pull of darkness. This layered origin makes Spawn far more than a generic superhero. He is a tragic anti-hero, grappling with themes of identity, loss, and moral ambiguity. 2. Spawn's unique position as an anti-hero. Spawn stands out in a world dominated by traditional heroes and villains. He is an anti-hero in the truest sense, operating in moral gray areas that most mainstream characters shy away from. Rebellion against hell and heaven. Spawn defies the expectations of both heaven and hell. He rejects his role as a pawn in their eternal war, becoming an independent force driven by his own code. Complex morality. Unlike Superman or Captain America, Spawn doesn't fight for justice in a pure or altruistic sense. His actions are motivated by revenge, personal loyalty, and a desire for redemption. This complexity makes him relatable to readers who see the world in shades of gray rather than black and white. A warrior of the oppressed, Spawn's battles often take him into the dark underbelly of society, where he protects the downtrodden and punishes the corrupt. He is a champion of the disenfranchised, a protector of those ignored by traditional heroes. 3. Visual masterpiece. Todd McFarlane's revolutionary design. One of the most striking aspects of Spawn is his visual design, which remains unparalleled in its creativity and detail. The costume, Spawn's black and red suit, adorned with spikes, chains, and a massive flowing cape, is a perfect blend of menace and style. The costume itself is alive, a sentient entity called K7 leather that enhances Spawn's powers and acts as a weapon, shield, and extension of his will. The necroplasm, Spawn's glowing green necroplasmic energy, not only gives him his powers but also serves as a visual representation of his connection to hell. Symbolic design. His tattered appearance reflects his internal struggle, a man torn between two worlds, fighting to reclaim his soul while bound by demonic chains. McFarlane's artwork for Spawn was a game-changer in the comic industry. The intricate details, dramatic use of shadow, and dynamic action sequences elevated the visual storytelling to an entirely new level. 4. Dark and mature storytelling. Spawn was one of the first mainstream comics to embrace mature themes and storytelling, appealing to an adult audience. Themes of corruption. Spawn's stories delve deep into the corruption of power, whether it's in government agencies, religious institutions, or supernatural forces. Existential questions. Spawn frequently questions the nature of good and evil, free will, and the afterlife. His interactions with both angels and demons often reveal that neither side is truly righteous. Personal struggles, beyond the cosmic battles, Spawn's narrative is deeply personal. He struggles with his identity, guilt over his past actions, and the impossibility of reclaiming his old life. These elements made Spawn stand out in the 1990s, at a time when mainstream comics were often criticized for being formulaic or overly simplistic. 5. Powers and limitations, the balance of power. Spawn is one of the most powerful characters in comics, but his abilities come with unique constraints that keep his stories engaging. Necroplasmic energy, Spawn's necroplasm fuels his powers, allowing him to do everything from shape-shifting to summoning weapons to teleporting. However, this energy is finite, and if he uses it all, he risks being dragged back to hell. Adaptive powers, Spawn's powers evolve over time, often reflecting his emotional state and connection to his human soul. This unpredictability keeps readers guessing about his true potential. The curse of power, despite his godlike abilities, Spawn remains bound by the chains of his deal with Malbolgia. This dynamic creates tension as he struggles to wield his power without succumbing to its cost. 6. Industry impact, Spawn as a symbol of independence. Spawn is not just a character, he's a symbol of creator independence and innovation in the comic industry. Image Comics, Todd McFarlane co-founded Image Comics as a platform for creators to retain ownership of their work. Spawn became the flagship title, proving that independent comics could rival the big two in quality and popularity. Record-breaking sales, Spawn #1 sold over 1.7 million copies, an unprecedented feat for an indie comic. Longevity, Spawn has surpassed 300 issues, making it the longest-running creator-owned comic series in history. McFarlane's success with Spawn inspired countless other creators to pursue their own visions, reshaping the industry landscape. 7. Spawn's cultural legacy and media presence. Spawn has left a lasting mark on popular culture, appearing in multiple forms of media. HBO animated series, the Spawn animated series, 1997 to 1999, was a critical success, earning an Emmy Award for its mature storytelling and striking animation. 1997 film, while the live-action Spawn movie had mixed reviews, it introduced the character to a broader audience and demonstrated the potential for darker comic book adaptations. Video games and crossovers, Spawn has appeared in several video games, including Mortal Kombat 11, where his violent nature and supernatural abilities fit seamlessly. Despite these successes, Spawn has yet to achieve the same cultural ubiquity as Marvel and DC icons, largely due to his darker tone and independent roots. 8. Why Spawn remains underrated. Spawn's relatively niche appeal can be attributed to several factors. Mature themes, his stories, often steeped in violence, horror, and philosophical questions, may not appeal to casual readers or younger audiences. Independent status, without the marketing power of Marvel or DC, Spawn doesn't receive the same level of exposure. Missteps in adaptations, the 1997 movie, while financially successful, failed to capture the depth of the character, leaving some audiences with a shallow impression. 9. The future of Spawn. Spawn's story is far from over. The Spawn universe, in 2021, McFarlane expanded the franchise with titles like Gunslinger Spawn, King Spawn, and The Scorched, each offering fresh perspectives on the Hellspawn mythology. Upcoming film reboot, a long-anticipated live-action reboot is in development, with McFarlane at the helm. If successful, this could reintroduce Spawn to a new generation of fans. Spawn is a character like no other, combining a tragic origin, complex morality, stunning design, and groundbreaking storytelling. He is a symbol of creative freedom and a testament to the power of independent comics. While he may not receive the same recognition as mainstream heroes, Spawn's legacy is undeniable, and his influence will continue to shape the industry for years to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share this video, it helps the channel a lot. Also subscribe to my channel to get more cool videos like this. Okay guys, see you in the next one.